Hi, I'm Lee with AAA, and we're here to talk about safe winter travel, especially as it comes to your vehicle and being out on the highways. Some of the things you want to do with your vehicle before you're out traveling in winter weather is to check a few things to make sure that they're properly running so you can have a safe travel. One of the big things you want to do is to make sure that you have plenty of the washer fluid. This washer fluid is going to keep your windows clean, and if you run out, that's going to be very dangerous. So make sure your reserve is filled to the top with this fluid so that if you do run into conditions where your windshield's getting dirty, you can clean it off real well. Problem is with that is it may be full, but you also have to check your windshield wiper blades. Your windshield wiper blades, if they're in poor condition, you can put all the fluid you want on there, but it's not going to help because these will just be streaky and it won't be sufficient to keep that windshield clean. So just make sure that they're going to clean properly, and if not, make sure you get them replaced so you can have a clear windshield for when that mud and water and other items are thrown in your windshield. You want to make sure your tires are inflated properly, usually on the side of the tire or on the side of the door. It'll tell you what that proper level would be. When the weather changes from warm to cold, the tire pressure is going to change in the tire. So it's important to make sure, especially as it gets colder, that your tires are not don't have enough air. So make sure you do check that and make sure they're inflated properly. Also, a battery that's working well is important so that when you're out driving around, that doesn't cause you problems. Also, you can check, there's a device you can check your antifreeze to make sure it's going to protect the lowest temperatures possible in your area. Okay, now that we've talked about just keeping your car in good running condition, you also wanted to have a few tips for when you're traveling. One of the things you want to do is carry a cell phone. This is important because if you were to break down or something were to happen, you could call someone for help. So it's important to have a cell phone with you so that you can get help if you need it. If you're going to be traveling any distance at all, you should let your loved ones know the route you're going to be taking and about the amount of time it's going to take. That way, when you get to your location, they can check to make sure you got there safe and sound. You want to really increase your distance between you and the vehicles around you, especially in front of you. It's important that you slow down, especially during slippery conditions. Speed limits were designed for maximum perfect conditions. Today, we have an overcast sky and conditions aren't perfect, so you got to bring the speeds down. Never use your cruise control when it's slippery out. It's better for you to be in charge of the accelerator. Should you all of a sudden hit a slippery patch and that cruise control, the wheel starts spinning because of the cruise control. It's really important. I think the most important thing you can do is wear your seatbelt, and that's not just for winter driving. That's all the time. The seatbelt is probably one of the biggest factors to keep you safe in a vehicle. Also this time of year, people tend to want to warm up their cars because it's cold outside. It's very important you do not warm up the car in an enclosed area like a garage. This can cause a lot of problem with carbon monoxide poisoning, and so it's important that you take the vehicle and put it outside if you're going to warm it up. However, if you do that, I highly recommend you have an automatic starter for the car so the vehicle can remain locked and that it won't get stolen from a driveway. You're going to want to have an emergency roadside kit. That's very important to have items in your car that if you were to become stranded, that you can use these items to help you out. These items would include things such as a jumper cables, a tow rope, a heavy-duty tow rope, so if you need to get pulled out of the ditch, a flashlight, some high-energy food, some bottled water. First aid kit is really, really important. Even a bungee cord. And a bungee cord would be if you did get into a crash and you had to secure a door or a trunk while you're trying to leave the area to get to safety. Also important is extra warm clothes. Go ahead and throw in an extra jacket, a blanket, some gloves, scarves, anything like that that will keep you warm. Hopefully these tips will help you travel safer during the winter. Thank you.